So that will be better, but we've got to get through the advertising bit by bit. And like I said, I'm going to run this 360 camera just for a few minutes, because then when we do the virtual reality, you can see what it looks like to be in this class again on this day, which is a little bit strange. And you know, you'll be able to put on one of the headsets and basically just be in the class all over again, you know, up, down, all around. And which makes it very important what I'm saying right now, because this is going to be recorded bit by bit. But it's a little bit strange to do that. In fact, actually, what I should also do is I should also move this around a little bit, because that way you'd be able to walk around and see yourselves, you know, and see what it looks like when you're sitting in the class, and see what the class looks like from all different angles. And you'll soon have the ability to look at yourself and see yourself the way the other students see you. So don't worry about this. I'm just going to run it for like a couple of minutes here, and then we'll have some fun. Actually, this is, and again, I've got some ink on this morning. I'm going to take it off. This is a, just came out. It is a self-contained Oculus, from the company Oculus, which Facebook owns, virtual reality headset. It doesn't require any plug to a computer. Some earlier versions of these things, for instance, this was a Samsung one where you plug the Samsung phone in here and use the phone, you know, as your device for viewing these things. Whereas this, you can just put right on, and it does nothing but augmented reality, or virtual reality. And I think it has they have these in 32 gigabytes and 64. So if you're doing games, or if you want to do 360 stuff and immerse yourself in it, this is, I think, $200 now, and we'll probably go down to 100, you know, another 2 years or whatever. So that might make these more heavily used by the public if the price was a little bit lower and you didn't have to use your cell phone as the device to power it. Because there's a lot of people who play video games, and it's much more fun when you're actually in the game. And I think there'll be a lot of people who'll be using these for gaming. Plus, also, there's other usages of it. I wrote a recommendation letter for a student who was in this class last year, who's got a job with a company that sells these for medical purposes. So that if you're a patient who's dying of cancer, or you're a patient who's trying to get off drugs, you can basically put these in and see various soothing, nice videos, and put yourself at a beach someplace, or technologies of that sort. Or if you wanted to meditate, for instance, you could put this in, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a forest, which is an interesting usage. And there's some industrial usages of this. For instance, if you're a mechanic repairing an airplane, an airliner, rather than have, you know, whole big books of manuals for like the engine or something, you can put one of these on, not this type of set, but the type that you can actually see through, like this, where you'd be able to see the engine and then also be able to see the manual, you know, and the engine at the same time, so you could repair it and you wouldn't have to go back and forth between the books and things. And it also give you views of being able to look inside the engine, theoretically, on those types of things. So that's virtual reality, where everything is basically not really there, and augmented reality, which basically means reality that has extra things put into it, basically. So that's probably enough on this. Let me stop that.